Welcome to SAT Climb. Complex numbers look scary because of that letter I, but here's the secret. There is really only one new fact. I squared equals -1. Master that single substitution, and every complex number question on the digital SAT becomes ordinary algebra. Start with the definition. I is the square root of -1, so I squared is -1. From that, the powers of I fall into a cycle that repeats every 4. I to the first is I squared is -1. I cubed is -I to the fourth is 1. Then it starts over. That 4-step cycle and the substitution I squared equals -1 are the entire toolkit. Let's use it. Multiply 3 plus 2i times 1 plus 4i. Foil it exactly like a normal binomial. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4i is 12i. 2i times 1 is 2i. 2i times 4i is 8i squared. Now the only new move. Replace I squared with -1. So 8i squared becomes -8. Combine the real parts, 3 minus 8, -5. Combine the imaginary parts, 12i plus 2i, 14i. The answer is -5 plus 14i. Same foil you already know. One substitution at the end. What if you're dividing? You can't leave I in the denominator. The trick is the conjugate. Take the bottom, 1 minus 2i, and flip the sign on the I term to get 1 plus 2i. Multiply top and bottom by that. Watch the bottom. 1 minus 2i times 1 plus 2i is 1 minus 4i squared, which is 1 plus 4, 5. A real number. The I vanished. The top works out to -4 plus 7i, so the answer is -4/5 plus 7/5. I, the conjugate, always clears the bottom, because a minus bi times a plus bi is a squared plus b squared. Your turn. Simplify I to the 22nd power. Don't multiply it out 22 times. The powers cycle every 4, so all that matters is the remainder when you divide the exponent by 4. 22 divided by 4 is 5, remainder 2. So I to the 22nd is the same as I squared, which is -1. Remainder 2, answer -1. Three traps. 1. Forgetting the substitution. If I squared is still sitting in your answer, you're not done. Replace it with -1. 2. Botching the conjugate. Flip the sign on the imaginary term only. 1 minus 2i becomes 1 plus 2i, not -1 plus 2i. 3. Powers of I divide the exponent by 4 and use the remainder, never the exponent itself. Everything traces back to I squared equals -1. Complex numbers solved. Multiply like normal, then swap every I squared for -1. To divide, hit the bottom with its conjugate, and powers of I just cycle every 4. Start practicing free at satclimb.com. Your SAT is closer than you think.